everyone, this is Katie Gleason, the Unified Tennis Chair for the State of Maryland Special Olympics, and welcome back to another exciting year. We are very excited to have everyone with us, and let's get our show on the road. So first things first is our Polar Bear Plunge, which is going to be held in 2022 at Cool Schools Plunge, which is on Thursday, February 3rd. And you can contact Jesse for more information. Very exciting. We also have more information coming from Championship Schools, and Melissa Kelly will be getting that to us shortly. So first things first, for this welcome back video, we're going to try and keep this as brief as possible because we want you to get all the information that we've given out throughout this past spring. We're going to be talking about all of the different forms that we're going to be asking you to fill out, a little bit of administration, our coaches training, competition reminders, and then some general to-do and checklist. So next, I have the great pleasure of introducing Zach as our new senior director.
Hi, folks. Zach Cintron here. Pleasure to meet you all virtually. Looking forward to meeting you all in public. Hoping to see you all at tennis championships at JTCC this year. We will have more dates and information later on in the presentation, but excited to be with you all. Looking forward to a great tennis season.
Excellent, and welcome, Zach. We're very excited to have you on board. So once again, like I said, my name is Katie Gleason. I am your Unified Tennis Chair. I do have a co-chair, which is Mark Sunkel. He is fantastic and could not be with us today, but he will definitely be hopping around in emails and also at our state tournament. So keep an eye out for Mark. So forms and registration. So this year, and we actually tried to initiate this last year, but with COVID and everything, we have pushed it. We are looking for you to be very meticulous with your paperwork. I have returned a lot of forms in the past that have been incomplete. So we're asking that everyone be very diligent when filling out their paperwork, especially for your student athletes and your non-student athletes. We are approximately about a month away from the first due dates, and this information is absolutely important because we want to make sure everybody participates. But if the paperwork is not correct, we unfortunately will have to possibly not allow that individual to participate. So we do have 2 new forms, and we are asking that everybody use them this school year. We are not going to accept old forms. So if you are using something from the past and you submit it, we will not accept it. We're asking that everybody uses the new forms. All coaches will be provided this from their district reps. District reps will get that information from us. And Zach actually has information on this later on where this will be all streamlined, so it's easier to find for everybody. So please make sure that you are meticulous in getting your paperwork done. We want to see everyone participate, and we don't want to be a piece of paper that holds up a student athlete from playing. Also, so some other common errors is just names are not on your postseason registration, or they're not on it, or you have them on a postseason registration, but we don't have an application. So once again, just make sure that you have applications for every single student athlete, and that they are on your postseason registration and your team roster. So the application for participation hasn't really changed that much, but we are asking that you all download and have this together into your reps by September 20th. I know some school districts are starting a little later than others, which is why all the district reps that met with us this past spring agreed on the date of September 20th. So please make sure that you are working with your district rep to get this all together. Once again, I'm being very stickler about this. Your error-free applications for participation needs to be turned in by September 20th. Please be very diligent and meticulous. I'm going to use that word quite often, apparently, but just make sure that it's done correctly. And we really appreciate your effort on that. So all paperwork is to be turned into your district rep by September 20th, which they are then going to turn around and give it to us so that we can review, and then we will kick back if there's any need. So for our non-student athletes, so these would be any coaches, volunteers, staff members, even, Zach, would this be including student managers?
Yeah, they're not participating in the competitions themselves. They fall under non-student athletes, but it may be a student participating in a management role.
Right. So all of these individuals need to be have passed the protective behaviors training that is through SOMD. That link is through our website. And also a background check also needs to be passed as well. So if you are not sure if you have these different documents together, we are actually asking every single one of our participants, our volunteers and coaches and other staff to complete this school year. We meant to try and do 2020 for everybody to redo everything so that we could remember that in 3 years, so 2023, but that didn't happen. So we're actually going to say everybody needs to have it done this year. So in 2024 is when everybody would be renewing everything for themselves. And for example, I will also be renewing all of my paperwork for this school year. And this is all done also through Volunteer Hub. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your district reps or myself or Zach. But you do not have to worry about submitting anything to your district reps because it's all done through Volunteer Hub. So, and once you've completed it, you have uploaded uploaded the protective behaviors to the Volunteer Hub application and everything. It'll let you know through Volunteer Hub, and it should be all good. So, just throwing that all out there that we're all taking care of this school year. All right, Zach, I believe this is your turn.
Yep, I'm going to take over some administration, talk a little bit about due dates and stuff. Again, Wednesday the 11th, practice starts. School's really back and rolling for athletics and sports. There is a large window, like Katie mentioned, about school actually starting and students getting fully back into the building. So we have a window there. And then again, September 13th through the 17th is when we're asking player assessments to occur. Which falls right in line with turning in paperwork on September 20th. You can see the next couple bullets there are based around September 20th. So that means applications for participants, those individual forms, team roster declarations for the full teams need to be in on the 20th. Your non-student athlete Class A requirements that Katie just talked about with protective behaviors and the background check through Volunteer Hub, they need to be in by the 20th. And then your postseason registrations are due to your district representatives as well on September 20th. So a lot on September 20th, but then you'll be in really good shape for the rest of the season.
Right, and your district rep may actually have a different due date for you, but this is the due date that all district reps agreed upon to submit all paperwork to us. So please don't be surprised if they are like, nope, we're doing an earlier date. So, all right.
Some additional dates. We have set October 22nd as the last day of district tournaments being completed. And then there's a follow-up date that's not highlighted directly under it, which is Friday, October 29th, is when all the paperwork from district tournaments must be submitted. Additionally, Wednesday, November 3rd is our state tournament pre-competition webinar. When we send out the slides along with the recording of this video, you can use that registration link to register. And as Katie kind of hinted before, we're working on getting everything up on our website to access easier as well. And then the final date is the state championship date for Tuesday, November 9th, will be at JTCC in College Park there. Outstanding facility. The nice thing is that we will be going November 9th, rain or shine, because they have outdoor and indoor facilities. So Tuesday, November 9th is your firm state championship date.
Yay, it's so exciting to say that.
So talking about resources and how to access them and turn them in and such, we are working on specific IUS web pages that will be accessible through SOMD.org. We're hoping that they will be up about mid-August, at least for our general page and tennis, and then all the other IUS sports to follow. On the sports-specific page, you will be able to find any of the rules that you may need, this training video and resources that go along with it. Any of the forms that Katie talked about in the beginning will be available on there as well. You will more than likely find your applications for participants and your roster to download and turn in. You will probably find them on the general IUS webpage, And then if there's anything more sports specific, it will go on that specific sports page. So again, we're looking that you will be able to download and access anything that you need for a specific sport for IUS on the SOMD website on a sport specific page, which should be much, much easier. With that said, forms by district reps and LSS managers will still go into the K drive. And so we will have that accessible for folks to go and put things in the K drive as they need. So again, just a quick synopsis. Anything that anyone's downloading will come from the website. Anything that anyone's uploading will go to the K drive.
And once that's up and running, we will send that out to your district reps and they get that out as fast as they can. So.
Yep. All right. Again, so these are all the things that you would typically find in the Google folder that will be on the website. So no more digging around in a Google Drive. I know Google Drive can get a little cluttered at times. It'll all be laid out right on a website with downloadable links or links that will redirect you to a YouTube page to see videos and so on and so forth. It'll have all of your SOMD IUS forms. It will have our host manual for tournaments. It'll have our coach resource guide. It'll have additional tennis resources for tennis specifically and the other sports specifically. And it'll have all the Interscholastic Unified logos if you need to pull them for uniforms or branding or whatever you may need.
Excellent.
Additionally, some other things that'll be offered are the recruitment posters. I know folks like to pull them and use them from time to time. I actually just put one up in my own cubicle. I think they look really great. And they're nice to plaster around to get some eyes on getting your program up and going. The one thing that will be on the website, but it will be password protected only for folks that need to access it, is sensitive information like a contact coaches list. Again, we don't necessarily want that fully out in the public for everybody to get your potential emails and cell phone numbers and so on and so forth. So we will do a password protected resource page for district reps and LSS managers. So there may be some things that you have to work through directly to go to them for, because again, we don't want everything out directly to the public.
Really, just make sure that your district rep coaches have all of your updated information. So make sure they have the most current phone number, email, names, who your staff is going to be, because if you do go to states, we want to know so that we can make sure you have enough badges for your team. Also, in case there is an emergency or we need to get in touch with you because there's a question about your paperwork, that is most helpful to have all of that information. So. And if you get a random New York State phone number, it's probably me. So, especially after submission of paperwork. All right, so coaches training. So coaches, we are asking that you all participate in the nfhslearn.com course. It's the National Federation of High Schools. It's an online learning platform. As many varsity coaches, they are required to go through this and take other courses. There is a specific coaching unified sports training. It's very interesting. I truly enjoy it. It's a good refresher for myself every year. And we ask that all new coaches participate in this. Returning coaches, we ask you to, we strongly encourage you to. It's not a bad idea, seeing how a lot of us were not able to hold seasons last year. It's a good refresher, like I said, and we really encourage everyone to participate in this. Plus, it's something may learn something new. All right, so in-person coaches meetings, your district rep will be getting in touch with you to schedule a in-person coaches meeting, or you may be having one through your counties. And we're asking that they occur before August 18th due to the fact that the varsity season does start on August 11th. I know a lot of you probably will or will not, depending upon preferences, but we ask that during that coaches meeting, talk about the season timeline and due dates, 30 minutes of in-classroom review and refresher, and this video does count as a part of that, and then a 60 to 90 minutes of on-court training. So please adhere to any social distancing, state, MSDA, MPSSAA regulations, and schedule announced to coaches, ADs, supervisors of athletics. And please, if you need our assistance with coaches meetings, We are more than happy to come out and assist with training. Jeff Abel loves doing them, so please let us know so we can definitely schedule them with him. It will be first come, first serve. So if you are in need of the support, district reps, please let us know and we will be more than happy to come out and help. So tennis competition reminders. So we have noticed there's been some need for clarification when it comes to individual skills competition. So we have copied and pasted verbatim from the rules book. So we just want to make sure that your ISC player is paired with the same person through or same teammate to work with throughout the entire season. So if this individual, for example, makes it onto states, they have the same person throwing the ball to them that they've had all season. It's more fair to that particular individual than having somebody out there toss a ball that they've never been able to, or that they've never hit against. So we really ask for this. It also helps to build camaraderie and friendship on and off the court with your players. And we really recommend this, but it's not recommended, or it is recommended, but not required that the teammates serving be rated a green or yellow. They don't have to be, but it would probably be easier for your athletes. The other thing we did want to clarify, and this is in the rule book, it's on page 4, number 3, and I know that because I just copied and pasted it in here. We do want to make it well aware that your ISC participants do count towards your roster of 10. That does not mean that you only need to have one roster. You can have multiple rosters of, if you have 30 kids, great, you're going to have 3 rosters of 10. But your ISC participants do count towards your roster of 10. Zach, am I missing anything on that one?
No, again, it's just a reminder of setting up those team rosters that your individual skills participants are part of that, like Katie said. And again, if you have the means to make multiple rosters, we would love to see more teams at state championships, at your district tournaments. We're excited to see everybody, but we want to make sure our ISC participants are included, like Katie mentioned.
Absolutely. All right, we are throwing this in here just so that everyone sees it. It's our COMAR regulations from the state of Maryland. Nothing's really changed within the last few years, but we still want to put this in everyone's back pocket in case there's any questions. So if you have any questions about this, please reach out to your district rep or your director of athletics, your AD, and hopefully one of us could have, or even us, and we can hopefully have an answer or find an answer. To-dos and checklist. So for this fall, what we ask is that you distribute the correct eligibility and team roster documents to your coaches, district reps, and coaches, please make sure you get the correct eligibility and team roster form. It's a little bit, the team roster form used to be the declaration of eligibility. We have now just simply called it the team roster document. Please make sure that that is getting completed, that you are getting your paperwork back from your athletes. Do you need to submit all your paperwork at one time? Not necessarily, it's a personal preference. But please make sure that you are using the new forms, not the old forms. We will not be accepting them. Please finalize and inform myself and Zach of when and where your district tournaments will be held. Most district reps have started to tell us, but the district reps, please make sure you get that to us as soon as possible. Coaches, please double check all of your uniform and equipment needs. And by Friday, September 10th, if there is something your district or your school cannot afford or is having trouble locating, please let us know so that we can assist you and possibly helping out in that regard. District reps, we ask that you, I back that. Coaches, we ask that you reach out to your district rep first. And then district reps, if you are not able to assist that coach in acquiring that either uniforms or equipment, then please reach out to us. That's the chain of command. I don't mind getting emails, but it's easier for me to say, did you talk to district reps? Coaches, please make sure you are completing the protective behaviors training and the volunteer hub applications and the coaches training through NFHS. Zach, anything else that I've forgot or missed?
No, that looks good.
Cool. All right. Like normal, nothing has changed with it comes to our uniform specs. So the logos go either up on the left-hand side, on the arm, or right on the back. The, like I said, nothing's changed, but if you're new and ordering new uniforms and you've got questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us about those. And like Zach mentioned, all the logos are uploaded in their Google Drive right now, but once we get the website up and running, they'll be up there as well. All right, so reinforcing, if you need uniforms or equipment, contact your AD and supervisor and then reach out to us. All right, and once again, I am Katie Gleason, the Unified Tennis Chair, and I am so excited for the season and I can't wait to get this show on the road.
Thanks, everybody. We appreciate everything that you're looking to do this fall. Again, we can't do this without you. As coaches coming out to support your athletes and support your teams. Thank you to all the district reps for all the work that they're putting in to organize everything and get things set up. All our LSS managers for working on all the documents and paperwork that they handle. Again, without everybody as part of the team as a whole, this season doesn't come to fruition. And we're just really excited to be back. We're really excited to have a state competition on the books, and we're looking forward to having you all at JTCC. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your district rep and or Katie or myself. And we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you later.